Greetings, how are you? Today we'll continue talking about the physical properties, lesson 1, unit 1, Prep.1, of course, science. We'll talk about second important property, actually maybe some learned, but it is important and easy and have application on our daily lives. So the second physical property we'll talk about is density. Density, let's see the figure, please, together. Density is, as a definition or before definition, when we compare a piece of cork, as we see in the drawing, cork, the first one red, and the second one wood in green color, and the last piece is iron. This is a supposed cube shape piece of cork, piece of wood, piece of iron, and we compare the density of the three. So till now we don't know the density, we'll define it, okay, but what is the difference between the three? Yes, different substances or different matter, great. So when we talk about 1 cubic centimeter cork, is it smaller than 1 cubic centimeter wood, is smaller than 1 cubic centimeter iron. So can you guess smaller than what? Of course, our course density. So density is the mass of unit volume, 1 cubic centimeter. We call it 1 cubic centimeter between parentheses because unit. We talk about unit, and this is important thing. We'll know later about density. We talk about unit. So the density is the mass of unit volume of a substance, and again, density as a law from the definition, mass of unit volume. So mass over volume equal, and the unit of course will be gram per or over cubic centimeter. Okay, this is the first point. We'll talk about density here, which is fixed for the same substance matter. How is it fixed for the same matter? Because we talk about unit volume, as I said a little ago. We talk about unit volume, so whatever the volume of substance, when we talk about cork alone, for example, cork, not anything else, not wood, not iron, not anything, we'll talk about cork. So the density of cork is fixed either the volume is large or small. We talk about unit volume, so our talking always about gram over cubic centimeter unit volume. So here are the example here, the drawing here, copper, as we see copper 10 cubic centimeter and the same density of 2 cubic centimeter. So when we talking about density as definition, we define it for the same matter, fixed. Don't get mixed after that with problems. When we solve the problems, we will use the law m over v and use the numbers they provide in problems. We will see later, but as a definition, the density is fixed for the same substance. So fixed for the same substance. Okay, this is the second point we'll talk about. The third point we'll talk about what is meant. Okay. Oh yes, before the third point we'll talk about what is meant by the water density is 1 gram over cubic centimeter or per cubic centimeter. So the mass of the answer will be the mass of 1 cubic centimeter of water equal 1 gram. Okay, here he gave us the density, so we answer by the definition. Mass of 1 cubic centimeter of water is equal 1 gram. So here's as question if came in exam. The third point we'll talk about, actually we'll transfer to another thing, that each substance has its own density. So when give reason question comes as in this form, For example, will give us why iron has own density and wood has. So the give reason question. The answer will be simply, this is the main sentence, due to difference in density, because they are different in density. Each substance has each density, or each substance has its own density. Okay, we'll talk about equal masses. Yes, different point again here, that equal masses of different substances have different volumes. In the same context, or the same token, we are talking about that each substance has own density. Again, that's mean equal masses also of different substance have different volumes. So this is why the density is different. The mass is equal again, but the volume is different, so the result that the density will be different. So from the three triangles we see here, we are shading the D density, M mass, V volume. So D all the time equal M over V. So when mass is equal and V is different, so the density is different. Again, if the mass is different, we can change this sentence, because so this is why I dotted under masses and volumes. When we make some exchange and put equal volumes of different masses, or of different substances have different masses, this is right also, because we use the law dm over v. And when we from this triangle, we can not all the time when we calculate density, we can calculate, especially in problems. The problem may ask you about mass, so we mass equal d times v. Again, v equal m over d. So all these substitutes we can use, all these forms. The fourth point we'll talk about, the volume of solid body equal v of water and solid body together minus the volume of water alone. So sorry for drawing small, some little. Here a piece of stone in the cylinder, and when we put it in the water in the cylinder, the water level comes up. So there is two green lines here and two arrow with two heads to explain the difference between water levels in two cases. The case of water alone and the case after adding a piece of stone or piece of iron in the water. So this is the law we use in this case if the problem talking about solid body, v of water and solid body minus v of water. The fifth point, the mass of liquid equal mass of cylinder containing liquid, something similar also, minus mass of empty cylinder. Actually this is in laboratory, is normal in laboratory. When we measure the weight, we weight the cylinder empty and put water in the cylinder and weight again. So to get the weight or mass, let's talk about mass here. Mass is similar to weight. Okay, mass of liquid here will be mass of cylinder containing liquid minus mass of empty cylinder. And here is the example. We want to check that number. Okay, and here the drawing of balance, how we balance before putting water and after. Okay, the sixth point talking about metals or material higher density zinc, because here drawing iron and nail, the red drawing iron nail sinks down. Also coin like 1 pound or half pound also sinks down, while wood, cork, oil, even ice blocks, all these floats up, or not floats, sinks down. The iron nail and coin sinks down, while wood and cork and oil, ice floats up. This is why, because iron nail, coin, metals generally are higher in density than water. This is the answer always. Higher than water, while wood, cork, even oil, ice is lower density than water. So this is the solution, and the question comes a lot with changing. Sometimes compare a nail with wood, sometimes saying copper with wood, copper with cork, the same answer. We should know the material he asking about or the question asking about and answer again. Density is lower than water or higher than water. Always we compare to the water, the density. Okay, the last point here about the applications of density. Actually, it has many useful applications, like in distinguishing fuel. This is a petrol fuel. I draw it as barrel of petrol, and some burns occur. So we can't use water in extinguishing or getting away from fire, extinguishing. So we use something else, other materials, because water density of petrol is higher than density of water. So water will not keep the fire down. No, the density of water is higher, is lower. Sorry. So will not be over the density of petrol. So we don't use water. Other application, this is familiar to us, helium balloons and hydrogen balloons, hydrogen-filled balloons, used a lot of in birthdays. Actually, these balloons comes up because the density of helium or hydrogen is, yes, lower than water. The last application, the milk, we can check the purity of milk because we know the density of milk, and any change in the density of milk, this means that there's, for example, unfortunately some people put water on milk and some of cheating also. This is not good. So we can check the density, can check for us because we know the density of milk, and if there is any water, there will be change in density. Okay, let's see questions again. Suppose we should answer during the explanation, but no problem, we'll answer together. We have two today, and we will complete also some questions. Other questions actually some tricky. This is more easier questions. We'll start with density of red copper is 8.8 grams per cubic centimeter means, and we have choices. Mass of unit volume of red copper equal 8.8 grams. Mass of unit volume doesn't equal the mass of 10 cubic centimeter. I think we didn't talk about 10 centimeter, cubic centimeter, or like that. We always talked about unit volume, 1 cubic centimeter. This is the unit 1. So this is out. C, of course, out. D, the mass of unit volume of red copper equals 0.8. The question is clear, 8.8. So confusing us. So away also. The correct, I think you know now. Great. Number or A, that the mass of unit volume of red copper equal 8.8 grams. The question is give reason. A piece of wood floats on water surface while a piece of lead sinks in it. As I said to you in the explanation, that the question may ask about wood and iron, wood and copper, and here wood and lead also from metals. Okay. So we compare, because the typical answer, wood or density of wood is less than of water, while lead is more than water. Okay, and we'll continue question 3. I prepared one. Soon I will do it to you. Thank you.